Welcome to Mind Your Business, the channel where we are in everybody's business. If you don't mind getting in people's business, you're on the right channel. Talking about current topics and gossip. Hey, my nosy people, wagwan. Hope everyone is blessed. So I want to come on and have a quick chat about Ready to Love because the new season 6 is out already. Now, I thought this came with a bit of a quickness, like, oh my gosh, the season 5 people ain't had a chance to get their shine on for their promo circuit yet. They're still doing their little promos. And season 6 just came through and said, "Me business about that. We here." But I'm surprised because I thought they'd give it a bit of a breather. But NASA, they're ready. Look, seems like Tommy is like, yeah, I don't business. All right, let's keep it moving. Next season, let's keep it going. Now, this season, they've changed it up a bit. This one is taking place in Potomac. They've changed it slightly by making it 7 men and 7 women. So there's 14 altogether, but usually there's 10 each side, so 20 in total. So Tommy says at the start that that's because, it's all about quality over quantity. Now, I think it's interesting because based on how quickly the season is back, is it quantity or is it about quality focused at the right moment? Because I feel like with this episode coming back, so it's this season 6 coming back so quickly, it's more about quantity from your end, isn't it? Because you're just banging them out, like, goodness me. But anyway, I'm always here for watching it because I love. And although we know that some of these connections are not really real connections, but some of them are real connections. So let's see who does really get connected. So anyway, I thought it was interesting. They have obviously the 7 women, 7 men. They brought them in to meet as they usually do and do the sort of meet up mingle. For this one, I thought it was interesting because Tommy put a curveball straight away, which was 2 people had to be eliminated that same day. Usually it's like a one person, but it was a man and a woman that had to go in the very first episode. So that always makes it interesting. It also puts pressure on the candidates to kind of really start to make connections. But I also think that it forces you to make connections. Whether they're genuine or not, it just forces you to make connections because obviously you want to stay in the game. And I think that's where it kind of gets a bit competitive and a little bit crazy. But anyway, so my main observations for this one was, I wasn't that surprised at the 2 the people who got eliminated. So Fernando, I thought it was really interesting. The fact that he was talking about his ex-girlfriend who cheated on him, who was swinging, went to some swingers club without him. I was like, wow, you are, TMI, man, you are sharing a lot out here. So he was quite, open in that sense. And obviously to me, he wanted to find someone to love. And I was hoping to watch him a little bit more on the show, but that got cut quite short. But I felt like, yes, where he went wrong, from what I could see, is when he was talking to one of the ladies, he was firing off a lot of questions rather than making it be more organic. But again, that's just the way it goes, isn't it? I also noticed that actually out of the 2 people that went, the 2 of them were more curvier, to say the least. Like, he was more of the larger set man, and he wasn't even that big, to be fair, but he was more curvier. And I have noticed over the seasons that, the curvier people don't always go to the end. Like, come on, everyone needs love, people. Everyone needs love. But anyway, I thought Fernando was an interesting character, but it's pretty that his time got cut short. One of the girls was talking about how he has a bigger booty than hers, and she didn't really like that. So I think it's like the poor guy, man. He just wants to find love with him and his booty. Like, come on. Anyway, like I said, he wasn't able to connect, and I do wish him well in the future and that he can find someone to connect and find love with. Now, the other one I want to talk about is Kina. So she was the other lady who got booted. Now, I thought she was sweet. She was also curvy out of all the women, maybe one of the curvier ones. In Jamaica, we'd say fluffy. But to me, she didn't seem like she was that fluffy to me. But yeah, anyway, long story short, she didn't make it, right? But Kina, I found her interesting because when she first had a conversation with, is it Wiley? I thought she was quite abrupt and a bit rude to him. So I feel like she's just got to work on her engagement skills and make sure she's keeping it straight, but not too straight to the point where you've got to give a little bit of sugar with a lemon in it. That's what I always say. But I thought it was interesting. I also felt like she had a little bit of lack of awareness in the way she came across in that sense. And it made me laugh when she interrupted the big guy and the woman in the yellow dress, because they were getting along. They were vibing quite nicely. And she came over talking about how she was tired and she wanted someone to sit, basically. So that had cracked me up.
but it didn't necessarily go in her favour because she ended up getting booted and was one of the least connected. Now, the ones that I think will be interesting, I'll be watching because I think it's too early to tell. You know, it's early days, but there are some interesting people in there already that I can see that I will have my eye on. It is quite early to tell, but that big guy and the other lady, I can't remember, I'm going to put her picture up, okay, because it's too early. I don't know everyone's names yet, but I will get there, okay. But there's a few connections that I'm watching. So the big guy and the girl sitting there talking, I thought was quite nice. He's got a few connections. You see, the big guy seems quite popular. That Demetrius guy seems quite popular. Sabrina seems like she's very popular as well amongst the people so far. So it's going to be interesting. That Laverne guy who was just sitting in his own little corner waiting for all the women to come to him made me laugh. He was just like, yeah, this is my little section. It's like his little interview section. And the women were just rolling up on him. I think he was loving that quite a bit. But it's going to be interesting as it keeps whittling down how people interact. It seems like they're going to be adding in new people too. So, you know, I'm here for it. I'm very much here for it to see where I go on. That guy, Poe, Poe, whatever his name is. Oh, my goodness, Poe has got to go. Like, where does he come with these little dry one-liners from? It's just ridiculous. And when he spoke to that girl, is it Ace? I mean, I'm really bad with names right now, guys. I will get it together, right? But, yeah, when he spoke to that other lady outside, and was just really rude at her, talking about when she spoke about she got married young. And he was like, yeah, what did you do wrong? I just thought, you know, I think it's too early for you guys to be having these sort of conversations. Like, you're getting a bit too deep with her. Not everyone's always ready to go there. I just felt like he came across wrong with his little one-liners. It's kind of reminded me a little bit of copy-paste Corey, because I just wasn't quite sure about what he's trying to do here. And also, like, you know, I'm not trying to put anyone down, but to me, he seems really quite older. He looks much older. I feel like he should be like Ready to Love seniors, you know, if they had one. They might need to create one. But yeah, I just don't know about him. So first impressions were not great of him at all. But we shall see how it all unfolds. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next week. I will get more familiar with all their names by then, believe me, okay? But what do you guys think? Was you surprised that it came back so quickly? Are you here for it? Do you feel like it's going to be any genuine connections? I'm hoping so. You know, you still got the real connections that are happening from the last season and even ones before that. I find it all interesting as well that a lot of the Ready to Love cast now are starting to review the new Ready to Love shows. So that's always interesting as well to get their take on it. Like Aisha and Dante, because I think they were sitting down watching it too, but I didn't get to watch their update. There's just so much going on the internet at the moment. But anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts below.
Yes, so thanks for watching that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and hit that notification bell so you know when I am uploading some more of people's business. So until then, my nosy people, stay blessed.